We're gonna start with best rap performance, right? And so the different nominations for best rap performance were Enough by Cardi B, When the Sun Shines Again by Common and Pete Rock, Nissan Altima by Doechii, Houdini by Eminem, Like That by Future and Metro Boomin, Yeah Glow by GloRilla, and Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. So, for my category on this one, I'm gonna give not necessarily a snub, but I'm going to give a honorable mention that if because Code of the Friend and Logic released a song called Blah that didn't come out until after the cutoff, and like if I was their manager and I knew like this was going to be the list of best rap performance, I would have been like, you guys got to get this out before August 30th because it could easily be nominated because that song was fantastic. But anyway, for the best rap performance, this one was tough only because you have Like That and Not Like Us on the same category. And I ended up going with Like That over Not Like Us, mainly because I had already nominated Not Like Us in like a couple other categories. And so it's not necessarily like wanting to spread the love a little bit, but I'm also like, I think Kendrick Lamar's verse in Like That is better, right? So I think I'm kind of using that same logic between R&B. Like I think a vocal performance for best R&B performance versus best R&B song is more towards the production. And so I think the production on Not Like Us is better than Like That, but I think the lyrical content of Kendrick Lamar's verse on Like That, like he has some crazy, crazy lines on there, besides just the fact that Like That was what kicked off the whole Drake Kendrick beef and now has made Kendrick officially one of the biggest artists on the planet. But some of the lines on there, like, for all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these nines, he gonna see a pet cemetery. I was dead when I heard that. I was absolutely because Not Like Us had a very specific purpose, right? It's a diss track for Drake. I'm dissing Drake, and so, but I think like that, Kendrick is just demonstrating his lyrical ability. And so, like I said, I don't necessarily think that Like That is a better song because I don't even remember Future's part on Like That, right? Like if you take Kendrick Lamar off of that song, it doesn't even belong in this category. Like Kendrick Lamar is the only reason why it's here. But I will say that I like his verse on it better than I like Not Like Us. His verses on Not Like Us. So that's why I ended up giving it the dub as best rap performance. So Ty, what did you have for your snubs and dubs on best rap performance?
This one definitely had me torn because there are tracks here that I think, why is it even on here? There's
Hmm.
some that feel like they're only here for the name recognition of the person who made it, and it's kind of a bummer to see. But there are some genuinely great performances, and hip hop is such a wide, or rap is such a wide genre that I was torn between a couple for different reasons. So like on one hand, I really want to say Not Like Us just to see like a shining representation of like hip hop and rap beef represented at the Grammys in such a way that it's incredible, but it's far from what I would say is like the peak of what rap is. Like Not Like Us feels like a finish lap for an event in
Hmm.
history, not necessarily what I call out as like my what I think is like the best representation of like a rap performance. And so I think I might go with my definitely not gonna win choice. The artist here who has surprised me the most from this year was actually Doechii. So I'm gonna go with Nissan Altima because I
Okay.
loved Alligator Tears. What is it? Alligator bites never heal. That album was so great. She's such a great artist. I love that she's up and coming. She has gotten so much attention and spotlight. Her style feels very different from what I had heard before, and I'm just very of these songs. It's the one that at the end of the year has me most excited to look forward to in the future, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I can understand the reasoning behind that there. That's kind of what I don't know, I guess pushes it along for you. And like I said, this category is obviously dominated by what Kendrick Lamar did. And this entire rap nominations are dominated by what Kendrick Lamar did in the hip hop industry this year. And a lot of these songs, like I almost went Houdini with Eminem, but that one to me, it's just not as good as like that. And Eminem's entire album, well, we'll get into more of that a little bit later. And some of these songs, I think you're right. Some of them are here. Like I think if anyone else had done Houdini besides Eminem, I don't know if it would be here. Same lyrics, same everything. If it was anybody else, I don't know if it would be here. Same thing for When the Sun Shines. Kind of the same thing for Enough. Like it kind of feels like some of these are here because, and we also didn't like as much as the hip hop beef dominated, we also felt like we didn't really get that much hip hop in 2024. Like I feel like there wasn't as much to choose from. And again, we'll kind of get into that a little bit later. But I think you're right in that, and we'll see that later on too. We'll see it feels like a lot of things are here because of name rather than actual quality. Um, but all right, Friday, what do you have for your snubs and dubs?
I don't have any snubs, but I don't know. For me, it's looking like Not Like Us for the dub. Like
Uh-huh. Yeah.
it just dominated. And especially if we're talking about performance, I think the beef added something so like unctuous to the performance that it was like a release. It was like this whole cathartic experience. So I don't know if first of all, I'm not sure again, categories, the names, the titles, exactly what that
Right.
means. I would love they need to have a definition
Mm-hmm.
underneath it. But if you're saying like best rap performance, now Doechii definitely like slaughtered Nissan Altima.
Mm.
But not like us. Not like us, I think, set a tone for hip hop in a way that has never been set before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so in terms of that perform, and I guess in my mind, I'm specifically thinking of the what was it, Amazon Music?
Amazon Music?
Was that where he performed? I think it was an Amazon
Oh,
Oh,
performance
the Kia Center?
on in LA?
in LA. Yeah, the party. The
Yeah.
He did it
Yes. Where he
five
like performed it
times.
like yeah, in a row.
I mean,
What other song could you play that many times in a row and it still hits at the fifth
my
time that you play it?
and
Right.
like people are like, please perform this at the Super Bowl because otherwise, why are you at the Super Bowl? And not to discredit his career, but this song is what's catapulted him into the stratosphere of
Right.
superstardom as like
Right.
a hip hop artist. So, and that performance, the breath control, the no backtrack,
Mm-hmm.
like there were a lot of elements in that performance again that make me feel like he was in the ether when he was
Right.
like hitting that stage and doing that like and then the people he brought out the community that he united
Mhm.
if you were to talk about a performance, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I see what you mean.
I
So it
almost
would
wish
kind
they
of be
had
like
like
live.
specified that specific
Yeah.
event
Kia Center.
for this, right, his Kia Center like pop-up that he did. Like
And in that
that
Yes, the
should
case,
be
pop-up,
yeah,
here.
I
that's
probably would
yeah.
have chose it too. Yeah, based upon that, what you guys are saying there. Yeah, that makes
Part
a
of me
lot of
almost
sense.
wishes they had waited because, we're recording this right now before the Super Bowl. I just
Yeah.
saw the ad the other day where they are playing like in adverts for it. They have like a Creole jazz rendition of Not Like Us they're using to advertise Kendrick Lamar's performance at the Super Bowl. So part of me almost wishes that
Oh
they
my
had
gosh.
saved this for, and like that will
Right.
probably be because like it's one thing to have a big like pop up, but this is going to be in your mom, like my mom's TV. Someone who could not
Right.
care less about Kendrick Lamar, and he's going to get the exposure to get this song out there to everybody in the US. People who do not care about rap are going to have to listen to Not Like
Dan, dan,
Us.
Unless
dan,
they
And
turn
dan.
like
off, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
That I almost posthumously want to say like that's probably going to be like the performance of 2024 is the one that hasn't
For the
even
Grammys.
happened yet.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.